Why do some people seem to attract money effortlessly, while others struggle their whole lives without moving forward? The truth is, getting rich isn't about how hard you work. There's one simple shift you need to make to unlock abundance and wealth in your life. And no, it's not a secret trick or some overcomplicated plan. It's actually much simpler than you think. But almost no one takes it seriously. In this video, Florence Scovel Shinn lays it out clearly. What you need to do and how you need to do it. And when you follow this, prosperity, in every sense, will come knocking at your door. Stay until the end. Today might just be the day everything starts to change for you. Chapter 1. Are you playing the game of life right? You might not realize it, but you're playing a game. Yes, life is a game. One with spiritual rules, invisible moves, and very real consequences. And most people are losing simply because they don't know how the game works. They act on impulse, fear, and urgency, and hope that money shows up through luck, hard work, or chance. But that's not how you win. Florence Scovel Shinn said, "Life is a game, and to play it successfully, you must understand spiritual laws. And the first of those laws is simple and powerful. You don't attract what you want. You attract what you are. If you keep saying that money is hard to get, that life is a struggle, that there's never enough, that's what you're sending out. And in the game of life, what you send out is exactly what comes back to you. You might work hard, study, hustle every single day. But if deep down you carry fear, anger, scarcity, guilt, or resentment about money, the game is already stacked against you. Here's the truth. The outer world is always a reflection of your inner world. So pause for a second and ask yourself, how have you been showing up in this game? Do you wake up with faith, clarity, and direction? Or are you constantly putting out fires, weighed down by thoughts of failure, repeating words that sabotage your journey? A lot of people wonder why nothing changes, even after years of trying. But Florence reminds us, the game of life is a game of boomerangs. Our thoughts, words, and deeds return to us with amazing accuracy. If you want to shift your financial reality, you've got to start from within. That means stepping into the role of a conscious player. Not a victim of circumstances, but someone who understands they have the power to choose every move. Especially the words they speak and the emotions they feed. You're in control whether you see it or not. Your mind is the lever. Your word is the command. And your faith is the key that activates the invisible laws. Playing the game right takes practice, yes. But above all, it takes awareness. Florence used to say, "Faith without works is dead." But works are born of faith. You don't need to wait to feel ready, enlightened, or perfect. You just need to start, right where you are with what you've got. Give clear commands. Align your words with your desires. And carry yourself like someone who's already won on the inside. That's when the shift begins. When you realize that everything is reacting to your vibration. The money, the clients, the contacts, the ideas. None of it is random. All of it responds to the energy you projected before taking action. So if you feel like you're losing this game, maybe you've just been playing by the wrong rules. And the good news, you can change the game right now. Start by observing your thoughts, rewriting your words, and most importantly, choosing who you decide to be, feel, and declare today. You weren't born to just survive. You were born to play this game with mastery and win with wisdom. Take a moment to reflect and comment below. I choose to play the game right. Let that simple declaration be your first step toward breakthrough. Chapter 2. Your word is your vault or your prison. What you say every day is shaping your reality, either with bricks of gold or with invisible chains. Most people underestimate the power of words. They talk about life like they're reporting the evening news, complaining, dramatizing, unconsciously predicting lack. And then they wonder why things stay stuck. Florence Scovel Shinn was crystal clear. Man is a speaking creature. His destiny is shaped by the words he speaks. And more than that, the word is your magic wand. Which means this: you are casting spells on your life. All the time. Every time you say, "Money is hard," Nothing ever works out for me. I was born to struggle. You're sending out spiritual commands, and life, obedient as it is, rushes to fulfill them. But here's the good news. The same mouth that can imprison you can also set you free, because your word is also your vault. And when you learn what to declare, how to declare it, and with what intention, you begin to activate the higher laws of abundance. This isn't about mindless affirmations or parroting empty phrases. It's about understanding that a word spoken with faith is a seed planted in fertile soil, hides for a while, but then it sprouts, grows, and it bears fruit. So, pay close attention to what you've been saying about your finances. Do you bless or curse your money? Do you speak about prosperity with joy or with bitterness? Do you declare what you want or reinforce what you fear? Florence used to say, "Never say, 'I can't afford it.' Say instead, 'I'll buy it if it's divinely right.'" Feel the difference. One statement limits, the other sets you free. One closes the door, the other trusts in the right door opening. And when you shift your words, things begin to shift immediately. Not in the outside world first, but within you. You begin to act with more courage. You notice opportunities you used to miss. You attract people on the same frequency. Your entire outlook starts to expand. Because the word doesn't act alone. It moves your vibration. And that vibration builds the bridge between you and the money you desire. So today, choose words that lift you up, not shrink you down. Declare, for example, "Divine abundance now flows into my life in perfect ways. Money comes to me from known and unknown sources. I am an open channel for the flow of wealth." It doesn't matter if you don't see the results yet. Keep going. A faithful word is like a key slowly turning in a vault. And then one day, it opens. And you'll realize, you were never locked out. Key was always in your mouth. If this resonates with you, go ahead and subscribe to the channel now. And keep unlocking, one by one, the spiritual codes of true wealth. Chapter 3. The silent mistake that keeps you poor. There's a mistake you might be making right now, and you don't even realize it. It's silent, subtle, and that's exactly why it's so dangerous. You might be praying the right way, repeating affirmations every day, believing in spiritual laws. But if this one mistake is still there, everything loses its power. Energy gets blocked, money stops flowing, and the universe, always obedient, simply waits for you to fix the foundation. Florence Scovel Shinn gave this warning loud and clear. Resentment and criticism shut the doors to abundance. And here's the silent mistake. Holding on to resentment, holding on to judgment, holding on to small or big rejections from the past, especially around money, wealthy people, authority figures, or even yourself. You say you want to prosper. But deep down, do you feel anger toward those who have money? Do you judge those who succeeded as if they just got lucky or cheated the system? Do you still carry bitterness over missed opportunities? Do you mentally replay arguments with clients, bosses, ex-partners, or even family? Your heart is contaminated. And when the heart is polluted, the flow of prosperity gets blocked. You simply can't attract what you emotionally reject. Florence teaches, to forgive is to release. And anything you release with faith returns transformed. Understand this. It's not about being nice. It's about freeing yourself. Because every grudge is a prison, and you're the only one locked inside. And as long as you stay there, money will keep flowing. Just not to you. This is the spiritual game. Life gives you only what you're willing to release first. You want prosperity. Release resentment. You want growth. Release guilt. You want to receive. Release control. Do it today. Close your eyes. Think of someone who still holds negative space in your mind. And say, with intention, "I release you. I release myself. I am open to a new reality." You'll feel lighter. You'll feel a sense of relief. And sooner than you think, you'll notice doors opening, people reappearing, opportunities showing up. All because you cleared the field. This silent mistake could be costing you years of progress. But now that you've seen it, you can leave it behind. And remember, success never lands on emotionally dirty ground. Clean your vibration. Let go of what no longer serves. And prepare to receive what is already yours, by divine right. If this message brought you clarity, share it with someone who needs to hear it. It might be exactly what they're missing on their journey, or what you were missing. Chapter 4. Affirmations that make money if you do them right. You've probably heard this before. Repeat affirmations every day. But maybe you tried, and nothing happened. The money didn't come. The bills kept arriving. And that doubt began to grow. Does this really work? The answer is, yes, it works. But only when done the right way. Affirmations aren't pretty phrases you throw into the air hoping for magic. Affirmations are spiritual declarations that shape reality based on the vibration you hold as you speak them. Florence Scovel Shinn used to say, "The word is alive. And when you speak with faith, the invisible bends to obey." So here's the honest truth. Affirmations only work if you feel what you say, if you persist even when nothing seems to change, and if you use the right words with the right intention. There's no point in repeating, "I am rich" 100 times a day if, deep down, you're vibrating fear, doubt, or sarcasm. Your vibration always wins over your mouth. That's why the first step to making affirmations work is, believe in the possibility, not in the appearance. You don't affirm what you see. You affirm what you want to see. You don't react to reality. You command reality. Florence guides us to use affirmations like wielding a spiritual sword. It's not to see if it works. It's to declare what will be. And consistency is what builds strength. You plant today, water tomorrow, affirm again the next day, until the harvest arrives. But pay attention. There are words that block manifestation, even inside an affirmation. Expressions like someday, if possible, or maybe weaken the command. A powerful affirmation is direct, present, and positive. Here are some examples recommended by Florence. Large sums of money come to me quickly, easily, and continuously. All that is mine by divine right now flows to me effortlessly. Abundance is mine. I am a magnet for good. Now here's the second secret. Repeat these affirmations at strategic times. Right when you wake up, when your mind is still between the spiritual and physical world. Before sleep, when the subconscious is open. And any time you feel fear, doubt, or pressure. It's in those moments that your word must correct the field. And more. Combine the affirmations with short visualizations. As you speak, see the money coming in. See the bills paid. See the joy of financial freedom. Even if just for 10 seconds, feel as if it's already real. You don't need to repeat 50 phrases a day. 2 or 3, with faith, presence, and consistency, are worth more than a tired, automatic ritual. And the third secret, avoid canceling the affirmation minutes later. There's no use affirming prosperity in the morning and complaining about money in the afternoon. Affirmations are like orders to the universe. Complaining is canceling the order before delivery. If you truly want results, treat each affirmation like a seed. Plant it with faith. Water it with gratitude. And wait with confidence. The universe doesn't fail. But it only responds in full force when you speak with full conviction. If this content is helping you see money and wealth from a new perspective, hit the like button now. It helps the channel keep growing and brings these teachings to those who also need them. Chapter 5. The secret door is where you least expect it. You're searching for a way out, an answer, turning point, and maybe you're tired of chasing external solutions for a problem that was born within. But Florence Scovel Shinn revealed something that few people have the courage and the faith to apply. There is a secret door to success. And it's not outside of you. It's in your consciousness. Most people live as if success is somewhere out there. In the next course, the right contact, an investor, the government, or sheer luck. But that mindset keeps you always waiting and never creating. Florence's secret door isn't just a metaphor. It's a spiritual law. Success can only manifest when you become inwardly aligned with it. And that alignment is built through your words, your faith, and your surrender to divine wisdom. Florence said, "The Spirit has a secret door for every man. Through it, he goes straight to his good." So what's the key to unlocking that door? Confident surrender, asking for divine direction, and being willing to follow it, even when it leads through unfamiliar paths. Often the door doesn't look like a door. It looks like a loss, a disappointment, an uncomfortable invitation, a sudden turn in the road. But when you see through the eyes of faith, you'll realize that what seemed like a setback was exactly what would place you on the path to abundance. The problem: your logical mind resists. It wants to know how, it wants control, it wants guarantees. But your spiritual mind understands this truth. When you align with a source, the path reveals itself. One step at a time, never all at once. That's why you don't need to invent the perfect plan. You just need to ask the right question, with the right attitude. Florence would suggest prayers like this: Infinite intelligence, open the way for my immediate and permanent success. Show me the secret door and guide me to it. Say it with faith. Then stay alert. The answer might come as a gut feeling, book, conversation, an unexpected invitation, or even a crisis that pushes you off the known path. Key is, do not resist, because success rarely enters through the door of comfort. And here's a crucial truth: the secret door only opens when you're ready to act with courage. The calling will come, but you must take the step. Action is the confirmation of your faith. And more importantly, someone else's door is not yours. Comparing your path to another's is the fastest way to lose your way. Your route is unique. Your door is non-transferable. You don't need to see the whole staircase. You just need to climb the first step with conviction. Now pause and reflect. Are you trying to force open the wrong doors? Or are you willing to see the one door that only Spirit can reveal? Maybe it's already in front of you, but you'll need spiritual eyes to recognize it. Comment below: I'm ready to find my door. This is more than just a comment. It's the beginning of your transformation. Chapter 6. Are you asking right or wrong? You ask, you pray, you affirm, but for some reason, nothing happens. Ever felt that way? You believe, or at least you think you do. You want it badly, maybe too badly. But the money doesn't show up. The doors stay shut. The answer feels delayed. This is where one of Florence Scovel Shinn's most powerful revelations comes in. The way you ask determines whether the universe can respond. 'Cause yes, there is a right way to ask. And yes, there's also a wrong way. Even if it sounds like faith, it might actually be fear in disguise. When you ask out of desperation, saying things like, I need this so much. Please help me now. If I don't get this, I can't go on. What the universe really hears is, I lack. I don't trust. I doubt this will happen. And guess what you attract? More lack, more waiting, more resistance. Florence was clear. What you ask for in faith, believing you have already received it, will be granted. But that faith, it's not loud. It's not begging. It's not emotional turmoil. It's calm, certain, unshakable. It's declaring it and walking as if it's already yours. She called this the victorious attitude. It's when you say, I now receive unexpected riches through expected and unexpected channels. Everything that is mine by divine right flows to me in perfect order. No tension, no begging, just steady faith and aligned action. Another common mistake. You ask for something, but the next moment you cancel it with your words or actions. You say, I'm ready to prosper. Then you follow up with, money's getting harder and harder. I knew this wouldn't work. Things like this work for others, not for me. See the pattern. You plant your seed in faith and harvest it in doubt. That's the invisible loop that blocks your manifestations. The right way to ask has 3 parts. Small blue diamond, declare it with authority. Small blue diamond, give thanks as if it's already done. Small blue diamond, act as if it's already yours. Florence said, "Your word is your wand. But you must believe in the spell you're casting. It's not enough to repeat affirmations by rote. You have to be emotionally, mentally, and spiritually aligned with what you're asking for. And here's the key shift. Stop asking out of need. Start declaring out of divine right. You're not begging for heavenly favors. You're activating spiritual laws that are already at work. Laws you may have used unconsciously until now. Declare, I do not ask in fear. I declare in faith. I do not wait in pain. I receive with joy. This subtle shift changes everything. And if you're ready to go deeper, write this in the comments. I declare in faith, not in fear. Doing that right now is more than just a phrase. It's a moment of alignment, a signal to your subconscious that you've shifted. Don't underestimate the power of the words leaving your mouth. You are shaping your future with every sentence. Chapter 7. The Law of Replacement. Get rid of scarcity without fighting it. Have you ever noticed that the more you try to escape scarcity, the stronger it seems to get? You tell yourself, I don't want to struggle anymore, or I refuse to live like this. Yet nothing changes. And do you know why? Because fighting scarcity only feeds it. Florence Scovel Shinn taught that the universe doesn't understand negation. It simply responds to your dominant vibration. When you think, I don't want lack anymore, your mind is still immersed in lack. You're feeding exactly what you want to eliminate. So what's the answer? The law of substitution. This law states that the only way to eliminate a negative thought is to replace it with a positive one of equal or greater strength. In other words, instead of fighting fear, you install faith. Instead of resisting, I don't have, you affirm, I receive with ease. You shift your focus from the problem and place your full attention on the solution, even if it hasn't shown up yet. Florence used to say, any idea held firmly in the mind will soon manifest. But she also gave a warning. If you keep lack at the center of your focus, even while wishing for the opposite, that's what you'll create. The law is impersonal. It doesn't analyze your intentions. It simply responds to what you're consistently vibrating. That's why, when a fearful thought comes in, you don't argue with it. You don't blame yourself or try to force it out. You simply replace it with calm, with authority, with faith. For example, thought, I don't know if I'll be able to pay all the bills. Substitute, divine supply is infinite. My paths are opening now. Thought, I've tried everything and nothing works for me. Substitute, miracles happen every day. I am on the right path. Thought, I don't have enough money. Substitute, abundance surrounds me. Money flows to me from expected and unexpected sources. And here's the key. Stay with the substitution even when you don't see results yet. Because here's another powerful teaching from Florence. Patience is the antidote to doubt. Keep planting faith, and the harvest will come in due time. So stop fighting. Stop trying to rip out scarcity with anger. It won't leave that way. It fades the moment you stop feeding it and start breathing life into a new inner reality. Replace complaints with affirmations. Replace frustration with gratitude. Replace fear with faith. Substitution is an act of conscious creation. It's you stepping into your role as co-creator of your reality, with grace, not with desperation. And if this message resonated with you, consider subscribing to the channel. There's so much more powerful content like this on the way, and you won't want to miss it. Chapter 8. Do you have the courage to receive? Do you really have the courage to receive what you keep saying you want? Might sound like a strange question, but the truth is, a lot of people ask for abundance, yet deep down they're afraid to actually receive it. Yes, afraid. Afraid of standing out. Afraid of seeming greedy. afraid of being judged, rejected, or criticized. Or worse, afraid of not feeling worthy. Here's the thing. The universe won't deliver what you're not energetically ready to hold. Florence used to say, your mind has to be prepared to receive before the good can manifest. And that's not just pretty words. It's a spiritual key. You can pray, affirm, visualize all you want. But if inside you're still carrying beliefs like, rich people won't enter the kingdom of heaven. Money changes people for the worse. I'm not the kind of person who becomes a millionaire. Then your blessing stays outside the door. It knocks, but you don't open. Because your subconscious is still whispering, I'm not ready. Florence Scovel Shinn taught that many people unconsciously reject what they ask for, because they feel guilty, ashamed, or unworthy. When man asks and does not receive, he must look within. The answer is never outside. It's always inside. To receive takes courage. Courage to break the mold. Courage to let yourself prosper without guilt. Courage to believe you don't have to suffer before being blessed. Have you ever asked yourself what you'd do if a large, unexpected sum of money hit your account today? Would you truly celebrate? Or would you panic, thinking it's a mistake, that you don't deserve it, that trouble's coming? Receiving is also a spiritual act. You're not stealing from anyone. You're connecting with what has always been yours by divine right. That's why Florence said we must feel worthy of the good we desire. It's not arrogance. It's alignment. You don't have to convince the universe. You just have to convince yourself. And that starts with small choices. When someone compliments you, do you say thank you or do you brush it off? When you get a gift, do you receive it with joy or do you feel uncomfortable? When an opportunity shows up, do you say yes? Or do you sabotage it with, this isn't for me? Your answers reveal whether you truly have the courage to receive. Remember, what you desire already exists. It's just waiting for your soul to quietly say, yes. So, are you ready? If this chapter spoke to you in any way, write in the comments. I accept all that is mine by divine right. It may seem simple, but declaring it begins to shape a whole new identity, one that's ready to receive. Chapter 9. Rich on the inside, rich on the outside. You want external wealth. But have you ever stopped to ask yourself, does your inner vibration match what you're trying to attract? The answer might feel uncomfortable, but it's necessary. You only manifest on the outside what you've already become on the inside. Florence Scovel Shinn said, outer conditions always reflect inner states. You can repeat affirmations, say prayers, visualize millions flowing in. But if deep down you still see yourself as limited, small, or unworthy, money won't come, or if it does, it slips away. Wealth is a frequency. It's not about luck. It's about alignment. Think of it this way. The universe is a mirror. It doesn't give you what you want. It gives you what you are. If you see yourself as someone constantly struggling, the universe says, all right, let's keep it that way. But if you feel rich before the money even arrives, it starts moving toward you. Sound crazy? It's not. It's practical spirituality. Florence taught that imagination is the channel through which faith speaks to matter. In other words, when you feel rich on the inside, when you think, act, and live like someone prosperous, reality begins to reshape itself around that identity. And no, it's not about pretending. It's about becoming, today, the person you want to be tomorrow. Start small. When you wake up, don't say, another tough day. Today, abundance finds me with ease. When you see your bills, don't think, I never have money. Think, good flows to me from unexpected sources. As you dress, eat, walk through your day, carry the vibration of wealth, even if everything around you still says otherwise. That's not delusion. It's creative faith. It's vibrational alignment. It's how the unseen becomes seen. Wealth doesn't start in the bank. It starts in the heart. And you know what's most powerful? When you feel rich on the inside, you stop chasing money in desperation. And that's exactly when it starts chasing you. Because now, you are what you once desired. Florence called this Live as if. Live as if you've already received. And what is yours will come. Are you ready to live like someone who's already abundant, even if your bank account hasn't caught up yet? Are you ready to think and feel from a place of fullness? If yes, then you've already taken the first step. Now carry this with you every day. Line. Lao. Celebrate. Abundance is already in your field. All that's left is for you to say, I already am. And if this message is speaking to you, consider subscribing to the channel for more direct, deep, and life-shifting insights rooted in the timeless wisdom of Florence Scovel Shinn. Chapter 10. You just need to do this to get rich. You've made it this far. And maybe you're wondering, okay, but what exactly is this thing I need to do to become rich? Let's clear the fog. The thing isn't working 14 hours a day. It's not memorizing catchy affirmations. And it's definitely not chasing some miracle shortcut. The thing is shifting your consciousness. Florence Scovel Shinn said it as clear as day. Everything you see in the outer world was first born in the inner world. So the one thing you truly need to do is reprogram your mind to accept wealth as your natural state. Accept it with your heart. Feel it in your body. Live it with your soul. That's the thing. And I get it, it sounds hard. But you know what's truly hard? Spending your whole life afraid you'll never have enough. Barely surviving in scarcity while your spirit screams for abundance. What Florence teaches us is liberating. You don't have to deserve money. You have to allow it. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be receptive. And why? Because wealth isn't some prize you win to prove your worth. It's an extension of who you already are. So stop running. Stop thinking the next course, the next video, the next guru will finally unlock it for you. The only key is your consciousness. You just need to decide. Today, who do you choose to be? If you see yourself as prosperous, guided by intuition, speaking powerful words, trusting the unseen, then the scene will have no choice but to bend in your favor. Florence said, nothing can resist the spoken word spoken with faith. It moves mountains, breaks down walls, and attracts the impossible. So speak it with faith. And speak it like you've already received it. I am guided by divine wisdom. Money comes to me with ease and joy. All that is mine by divine right now manifests. I am wealth in action. These aren't just pretty phrases. They are spiritual commands. When you speak with conviction, the universe responds. When you feel it as truth, matter bends. And when you live as if it's already true, what's yours shows up faster than you ever imagined. So the path is clear. You don't need to beg for prosperity. You need to accept it. And the first step to that acceptance is shifting your inner state. Are you willing to do that? If yes, write this in the comments. I accept wealth as my divine right. Let the universe hear you. Let your mind know the game has changed. Let your soul rest because it always knew. Florence believed, and now so can you. You are already prosperous. You just forgot. In the end, wealth was never on the outside. It's not about working more, nor about waiting for a miraculous chance to fall from the sky. It's about aligning what you think, what you feel, and what you say with what you want to experience. You don't attract what you want. You attract what you are. And when you choose to become someone who believes, trusts, and speaks abundance, the universe has no choice but to respond. The only thing you ever needed to do was to change from within. Because the door to prosperity has always been inside you. And when you truly understand that, it becomes impossible not to become rich, both spiritually and financially. See you in the next video.